Hello, I am Teresa Phelps Martin, and you are finding this offering as a chance to be more yourself and more mindfully connected to the truth of who you are so you can show up authentically, to feel the love that you hold for yourself and offer it genuinely out into the world. We're going to do a very short, simple practice to ground ourselves into the truth of who we are and where we are. We're going to start seated, and you're going to hear the sounds of nature. You're going to hear the connection to the natural world. I am currently in one of my most favorite places on the planet. It's a place that settles me deeply. And if you're watching this at the time that this is being posted, know that we're in a time of recalibrating. And in that recalibration, we want to look at our psychological place and how we can integrate more of a balance of our inner world and our outer world, the connection to our individual self and the collective energy of the whole. So in that, we're being asked to look at the foundations of our lives and acknowledge what we can release, what we can let go of, what we can actually grieve, that is no longer gonna be part of the infrastructure of the reality in our life that we build upon moving forward. So we're going to start seated, and we're going to start in a seat. You can sit in a chair, you can sit against a wall, you can sit on a blanket. But what I want you to do is feel connected to the earth and feel connected to the natural environment that you're in. Chances are you're inside at a house or in a room. So connect to those four corners of the room, the space beneath you and above you. And before you close your eyes, just invite in that energy and the abundance that's there, that is available, that is accessible to you right here and right now, and breathe with it. And as you connect to it, I will apologize right now, the sound quality is not amazing. I'm going raw, I'm gonna be real. And in that reality, our life is full of interruptions. And so we acknowledge all that is and all that is available first and foremost. And then that way, when we go inward and close our eyes, we'll call on the highest. We're going to drop a grounding cord. We're going to put a circle of light and intention and protection around us. We will breathe first, we will then move, and then we will finish. So acknowledging all that is, and I acknowledge you whenever you're watching this. The teachings are universal, though they are being inspired by our current times and our current alignment. So I want to acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge this environment, the freshness that's available to each of us with every inhale in. And as you close your eyes and let the hands come together in front of your heart or resting on your heart. 3 deep breaths of just recognizing the reality of where you are right now. And dropping into the reality, embracing yourself, being willing to go into the depths in a safe way, and we'll call on the highest. As we call on the highest, we bring down a divine ray of love and protection and draw a circle around our bodies. And in that circle, we demand and direct that no one or no thing can enter or harm us and our bodies. Deep breath in to the energy of your own heart. And just let the breath and the awareness sweep through, and exhale all the way out. Inhale in again, and just spin a sweet ball of light. It's clear, it's energetic, it's of that divine energy. It holds healing, it holds peace, and it holds aligned energy for us. And as you exhale, drop a figurative cord from the energy of your heart through your hips into the core of the earth. You can envision an anchor or a little hook for you to tie into and tether yourself into this reality. Big deep breath in, and as you inhale in, breathe into your hips, and then breathe up into the heart, and then breathe right up above the crown of the head. And from the crown of the head, exhale and just see your breath and awareness sweeping through, clearing the energy of your essential self that is not serving you all the way deep into the earth so it can be reorganized and transformed. 3 more times, inhaling into your hips, to your heart, and to your crown. And then exhaling, turning the energy back down and just letting that awareness wash through you, clearing out any energy that's stale or stuck into the earth so it can be transformed and composted and reorganized. Then inhaling in again, your hips, your heart, your crown. And then exhaling, turning the awareness back down, clearing your center. And then just sweep through beneath your hips, cutting that cord and releasing it to the earth. Bring your awareness back into your heart. And you're going to spin a ball of light, of energy again, just crystalline energy that can dance through you. And as you exhale, anchor, draw that cord, drop it into the earth. And this time you're going to also inhale from your heart, an energetic cord to the heavens above. And so you feel yourself tethered to the other side, to that invisible energy of the highest that can hold you and guide you and direct you. And we're going to sit here for just a few moments to breathe, to take in the sounds, to watch the mind, watch the energy of the body, bear witness from the highest perspective, and just notice, just simply notice. Notice what it is that you're ready to release so that you can welcome in new life. Enjoy a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feeling connected to your hips, to your shoulders. Let the head sway from side to side. You're going to bring the palms together and lift them up just in front of the center of your forehead. And then open the palms of your hands and then open your eyes, looking into the palms of your own hands. It's just a way of more sweetly entering this reality. And from here, we're going to move our feet over to the left. And once your feet go to the left, you're just going to inhale, turn the thigh bone in, and exhale, let the hip relax. And then as you inhale, turn the thigh in, lengthen the spine, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. What I want you to feel is this full extension of the spine, right? So grounded to the earth, tethered to the heavens, and connected right at your own heart center. Full inhale in, and a full exhale out. Hug into that core, honor yourself. Then inhale, come back through the center. Both feet come forward, hands to your shins. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Feet are going to move over to the right. Lengthen. Right hand goes across the midline of the body. Feel that vertical line twisting to the left. 3 breaths. Watch the hip. Let it relax. Deep inhale in. Deep exhale out. Let the neck be clear. Let the head be clear. And then inhale, come all the way back to the center. Both feet are going to come forward, hands to your shins. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the heart. 2 more times. Let the head move. Let there be fluid energy. Exhale, round. Inhale, rise. 1 more time. Exhale, round. And then inhale, rise. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. So you're just going to transition onto your own mat. Find the hands in underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You're going to just stretch your hips back. So this is going to wake the feet up. You only take your hips as far back as you can go. And just feel the connection. I want you to feel that connection, the pelvic floor stretching through the arches of the feet, the belly lifted, and the crown of the head reaching high. Draw into the core, come onto your fingertips, walk your hands over to one side. And whichever side you go to, the hips go in the opposite direction. Yes, I know our feet are waking up. This is how we ground and connect. Then inhale, come through the center. This may be more like this move here for you, okay? And the hands go to the other side, hips go to the other side. Full breath in, full breath out. Draw into your core. Inhale, come all the way back up through the center. Untuck the feet. Come down to your forearms. Palms are going to turn up, and we're going to place the left hand on top of the right. So that the need to take charge, the need to be in control and drive, is actually being anchored by our ability to be more open and receptive. Let the fingers relax, draw into the core, soften the area in the shoulders, and then just move the head around. Don't let the belly go completely. Just let the belly lift, let the heart soften, and move the head. Breathe in and breathe out. Just noticing, tuning in. Remember, we want to feel more of an integration of our whole self. Come all the way back through the center, and we'll come up onto our hands and knees. On hands and knees, right leg's going to stretch back. Push through the ball of the foot, stretch the heel back. Again, we want to ground that energy. So from that heart into the core, all the way to the arch of the foot. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now you're going to move the right foot across the midline, over to the left, push through the ball of the foot, lift through the belly, and stretch the heart and the roof of the mouth to that upper left-hand corner. Just wake up the side body again so we can be more expansive, receptive, and connected. We want to feel the movement inward and the connection outward. Bring the right leg back in and stretch the left leg back. Tuck the toes. So we're just honoring our inner world, right? We acknowledged the outer, found the abundance, saw what was there to appreciate, and now we're waking up that energy that we can be so appreciative of internally. Draw into the core. You're going to move the left foot across the midline, over to the right, push the foot down, and then your hips are stretching slightly over as your heart extends forward. 3 breaths here. Breathe deeply without losing the connection to your core. And then inhale, come back through the center. Knee comes down. We're going to walk our elbows to the earth again. Come to our forearms, left hand on top of the right, fingers curl in. It's like you're receiving, and that receptivity, that energy that will be supportive of you. Soften the area in the shoulders, belly stays lifted. 5 breaths here, this time 5 breaths. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, bring the hands out in front of your shoulders this time, spread through the fingers. The whole hand's going to ground, area in the shoulders soften, tuck the toes. Lift all the way up and back, downward dog. You're going to bend your knees and roll your hips over to the right. So knees are bending to the left. Inhale your hips through the center. Clear the neck and jaw. Bend the knees, hips roll over to the left. Lots of strength in your arms happening here. Lots of strength in the core. Heels lift up, bend the knees. Go to each side 2 more times. Feel the control through the core. Big stretch in the side bodies again, right? So we've just been building that side body energy. And then inhale, come all the way back through the center. 5 breaths in downward dog. So strong arms are lifting up, core's lifted, spine's long. Breathe into it. Feel the connection that you're grounding into. What can you release so you can invite in more life? Let's just keep it simple. Let's release the tension, invite in more strength. Release the stress and invite in more peace. And then exhale, knees come to the earth. You're going to come all the way down to your belly. Okay, so you can do it however you want to. We're actually going to go hips, elbows bend, melt all the way to the ground. Pillow the hands and bring the head completely to the ground. Let the head get heavy. As you come to the earth, just envision what's sitting on the horizon for you. And you start to think about the life you want to live and what is that going to look like. Maybe you're already living it, right? So see that energy illuminating the horizon out in front of you, and you're going to look to the horizon is that horizontal line. So let the head melt down. 3 breaths here, just envisioning the horizon. And if it's too much, just envision the sun rising, okay? That the light is there for you. Feeling deeply supported as you exhale out. You're going to bend your knees. Feet are going to roll over to the left. And then inhale the feet through the center and feet roll over to the right. Inhale, come all the way back to the center. Feet are going to point back. Hands are going to come under the shoulders or gecko arms. Okay, shoulders drawn to the back. Inhale, curl the heart up. 3 breaths here. So the shoulders are lifted and drawing in. The belly's lifted. The heart's soft. The head's free. And then exhale, melt all the way down. You're going to roll over onto your back. Right? So just really simple. Really able to move inward, to connect, to honor. Now as you come to the earth, let the head get grounded, let the hips get grounded. Arms are going to come by your sides. I'm going to bend my elbows, throats open. Watch the tuck of the chin, throats open. Feel a very honoring of that central channel. Remember the connection to the earth, the connection to the heavens, the integration into the heart. Throats open, shoulders are into the back. Inhale the hips up. If you wanted to be more restorative, you could place something under the hips to support you. Shoulders are drawing in. Enjoy the breath. Enjoy the ease. Allow for it. But also notice you have to stay present and connected. Exhale, lead with your inner thighs. Hips come all the way down to the earth. Arms move out from the shoulders. Knees roll to the left. Inhale the knees through the center. Roll them over to the right. Inhale, come back through the center. Walk your feet to the middle. Left leg's right foot goes up. Hands come down by the hip. You're gonna interlace your hands if you can. And then the heel comes right over the hip. We tend to pull it in really close. So move it away from you. And now stretch the left leg out long, heels heavy, shoulders drawn to the back, and then just flex and point. Okay, we want to get the blood flowing into our feet. We're creating a new structure, a new foundation where we can psychologically integrate the energy of our soul, the evolution of our truth, so we can show up genuinely and recognize our own values and live from that valuable energy. How about that? One more time, exhale, flex. Now, you're going to draw into the belly, bend the knee. Hand comes around the eye of the knee. You're going to push the knee away from you, arms pull back in. What's really great about this practice is it's very therapeutic, and the idea that you slow down, right? It's not therapy that one would find in working with a mental health counselor, but therapeutic in the aspect of slowing down, pausing and acknowledging. There's a lot of resistance here, by the way. You're pushing the knee in, your hands here, you're plugging the thigh bone into the hip socket. So we are just settling the nervous system and calming our being so we can tune into what's necessary for us to expand our light and our truth. And then exhale, bring the right foot down to the earth. Let everything settle all the way out to your foot. Then we're going to bend the knee. Left foot goes up. Hands come down to the bottom of the hip. Okay? Make sure, again, you're going to end up pulling it in. Heels right over your hip. Pull the energy down. Slide the shoulders in. You probably have to make some adjustments. And that's the idea. When we slow down, we can tune into what needs to shift and allow for that shift. Allow for the tension to dissolve and the calmness to flow in. Extend the right leg out long. Right thigh is heavy. So we don't want to be here with the knees bent and the back flattened. We're here. Flex and point. You can exhale, flex, inhale, point. This is such a simple move, but it's so powerful. It helps our heart. It helps our circulatory system. It helps the blood flow, the oxygen in the body. And that oxygen is our life force. Without it, we are nothing. So we breathe, and we breathe deeply. And when we breathe into the depths of ourselves, we will see parts of ourselves that we don't want to expose and reveal to the outer world. But when we can come back and remember that we all have this energy, we all have shadows and limitations, it's what makes us human, then we can be more accepting and loving of it. And when we can be more accepting and loving with ourselves, then we can be more accepting and loving with one another. You're going to bend the knee. Hands come to the front of the knee. Knee pushes into the hands. Hands pull back into the knee. You create that resistance, connection to the core, and just breathe. This is the point of integration. We have to integrate back into our own bodies. And when we connect to our bodies, we connect to a wisdom. And the wisdom will tell us the parts that need to shift, that we have to let go of. And then exhale out completely. Bend the knee. Bend both knees, okay? Adjust the hips. So some people might want to do happy baby, right? It's a loved expression by a lot of people. I'm going to choose to keep the energy settled still and bend my knees, hold on to the ankles, let the knees open. And wherever you are, you're just going to roll the head from side to side. Okay, because now that we've grounded our energy, we can release the tension that's in the neck and shoulders. It's a really powerful way of letting some of that stress dissolve. Let the head come back to the center. 3 breaths here. then exhale. Release the feet. Bring the knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Rock and roll from side to side. Not super tight where you pull your tail up, but just enough to release. You're going to let the feet come to the ground. Your feet can come together and the knees can open up, or the feet can go wide and the knees can come together. Right? It's really not so much the knees coming together as much as it is just the legs resting into the energy of one another with that great support. Wherever you are, let the hands come and rest on the belly. 5 breaths into the depth of your belly. So when you exhale out, you feel a great contraction to the core. No glutes, no flattening of the back. Just exhaling, the belly hugs in, and then inhaling. Allowing the release, and watch how the oxygen, the energy, the life force just fills you up. So feel how when we breathe, as we exhale out, we're letting go of that breath. Right? And as it is released completely, then you just inhale and the breath fills you up. 3 more on your own. And then you can stay in the position you're in or stretch your legs out long. Once you regroup and realign, that you can just find a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel greatly supported by the earth beneath you, the foundation of your life that has carried you to this moment. Breathe into the depth of your being. Our cells are always renewing and regenerating. So feel that regenerative energy right here for yourself, and just holding the intention of feeling more congruence and coherence in the experience of your own life. Just as you are, enjoy a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just as you are, honor the shift of the energy that is you. Just as you are, feel the releasing to welcome in the renewal. And then choosing the energy you want to connect and acknowledge within yourself, and stretch it into your feet, into your hands. Allow the head to sway from side to side. Stretch the arms back behind you. Feel that full expansion of you. And then bend the knees. Both feet on the ground. Pause here. Stand in that energy that's going to carry you forward. And then we'll roll to one side and come all the way up seated. As always, if you want to stay on that side, feel free to. Feel life awakening around you. Bring the left hand to your heart center, the right hand to the earth. Right? So we really allow the energy to continue to be receptive. We continue to stay grounded and anchored in our truth, and bringing that energy together so we can offer it out into the world to truly be of service. Bring the right hand to come and rest on top of the left. Breathe into that renewed connection within yourself. That return to the essential nature of you that is so sacred. We'll bring the hands together, and we will just allow that light that surrounds us, that's within each of us, to guide us forward. And so we say, and so it is, unto namaste. We greet this new energy, seeing the light on the horizon. That's that same light within us and all around us and in each of us. Namaste. So however you've tuned in, I thank you and I appreciate you for being here. Anytime there's a newness of energy, it is up to you to just choose it and to embrace it. But know that in that choice, we have to let go in order for new life to begin. And so when we can really move inward and connect the energy inside of us, then we can be more true and more genuine as we offer back out. I will see you again, and from my heart to yours, thank you, thank you, thank you.